Hey, skeleton boy. What's happening, man? You still at your grandmom's house, huh? So, yeah. Tell grandmom I said hi. I'm only joking. You don't have to tell her. You could tell her that you talked to some guy on while he live streams on YouTube if you feel like it one of these days. I'm walking my dog for the last time. Skeleton for the last time of the night. Richard's walking the dog. Still looking forward to the 4th. Still looking forward to the 4th. I was watching Weather Channel, my friend, and we're going to get lower humidity. That's kind of important when it comes to fireworks. If you have real high humidity, that messes up all the. Go ahead, tell me some facts, man. I'm into it. Tell me some facts, man. I bet you I know them already, but go ahead, let's hear them. Maybe I don't know them. Maybe you were doing some studying. You were doing some homework. Thank you for the hearts. Maybe you were doing homework and you came up with some new facts. That's a fact, Jack. That's what I tell people when something's true. I say, that's a fact, Jack. So what kind of facts are you going to tell me? Skeleton. What kind of facts do you have for Richard? More astronomical facts? Probably, because we were really getting into that the other night. I'll tell you a fact. I can't wait till the 4th of July. I made up some more devices. The weather's gonna be Lil. Hi, Lil Rary 94. Can you scream real quick? Ah! Oh my god, I heard my echo. I'm on a lake and there's a house across the street, Lil. See, I'm on a lake here. And my voice echoed all the way across the lake. Water is made of two elements, hydrogen and oxygen. Water molecule, hydrogen atoms, oxygen chemical form H2O. Yes, do you know what them atoms look like? It looks like Mickey Mouse. The two hydrogen atoms, no, the two oxygen atoms are on the side of the hydrogen atom. And if you look at it in a microscope, it looks like a little Mickey Mouse. So I knew that, Skeleton. Richard knew that. Yes, I know. H2O. Sometimes people make fun of me, Skeleton, because I say water funny. I have that Philadelphia twang. So I don't say the word water. I say H2O. So people don't make fun of me, but because people say I say the word funny, they say I say the word water funny. So sometimes I just avoid it and say H2O. Listen to this. Talking about H2O, I once had a license plate because I like kayaking. I told you guys all about that, right? Well, I had a vanity tag that said Wild H2O. Wild H2O, meaning, rapids, whitewater. Wild H2O. That's what my license plate said. I also had another vanity tag that said paddle, P-A-D-L, the numeral 2, the number 2, and the letters XS. Paddle to excess. All right, what else do you got? The population in the world is evenly distributed. More people in the north of the equator than the south. Well, that's one fact. Hey, these are facts I didn't know. Did you know that in the northern hemisphere where we live, when you flush a toilet, it goes. Does it go counterclockwise? It goes clockwise, counterclockwise. Then if you're in the southern hemisphere, when you flush a toilet, the vortice goes clockwise because of the Coriolis effect. Aha! There's a fact for you, my friend. The Coriolis effect. And if you're dead smack on the equator, the water doesn't spin whatsoever. It goes straight down. I've seen videos of that. When I was in Brazil, when I was with my friend one time, and I was in Brazil, that's in the southern hemisphere. And I was watching the water vortices when I flush a toilet. It's the opposite of where we live. Isn't that weird? The Coriolis effect, they call that. So, any more facts? A group of flamingos is called a flamboyancy. Is that a joke? I think that's a joke. Is it? Nah, maybe not. Well, that's another fact I didn't know, skeleton. You're stumping me today, bro. You're stumping me. Usually I know all these facts, and you got me on these ones here. You're stumping Richard. Let me tell you a fact. Okay. I can't think of one right now. Let me quiz you real quick. Let me quiz you. What does water freeze at? Come on, that's an easy one. What temperature does H2O freeze at? I'm going to tell you. 32. H2O freezes at 32. What does H2O boil at? 212. Okay? I'm telling you facts. How many layers of our atmosphere do we have? That's a tough one. I don't even think I know that. There's like 6 layers. There's the one closest to the Earth. One of them's called like the thermosphere. Another one's called the stratosphere. I think that's where the airplanes fly, in the stratosphere. And then when you get up to the thermosphere, the temperature goes up to like 1,000 degrees. That's like, I think it's like 15 miles above the planet. I gotta study that a little bit more. Lots of layers of the atmosphere. How about, let me think of some more facts. You got a fact for me while I think of some facts? How about, what is the freezing point? You got one here. A day on Venus is longer than a year. Venus has a slow axial rotation, taking 243 Earth days to complete the rotation. Orbital around the sun is 255 days. Do you have that memorized, or are you just reading this? Because you're right. You are right. But that's a lot to memorize, skeleton. What do you get, A's in school? You get all A 100s? Do you ace all your tests, my friend? That's a lot of knowledge you got there. How about memorized? Ooh, pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. I bet you're the smartest one in the class, aren't you? All right, let me ask you a question pertaining to fireworks. What are the 3 chemicals that make black powder? Now, I mention this a lot in my lessons. But I'll tell you, maybe you want to write this down, so the next time I ask you, you'll know it. The 3 chemicals to make black powder are potassium nitrate, charcoal, and sulfur. 75% potassium nitrate, 15% charcoal, 10% sulfur. My dog's going to take off into the woods again. How about what? Here's a good fact. Here's a fact that everybody should know. Where is the deepest part of our ocean, of the ocean? What is the name of the deepest part of our ocean? You didn't know that one. Well, I'm a firework person, so I know that. But here's something you should know. Where is the deepest part on planet Earth, the ocean? What's the name of that place? It's called the something trench. Begins with an M. The blah 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 trench. Didn't know. Okay, I'll tell you. It's called the Mariana Trench. And it's 7 miles deep. That's the deepest part of our ocean. Okay? How about... Okay, this is a trick question. What's the tallest mountain? Tallest mountain. Now, a lot of people might say Mount Everest. And that is... I already said that. Did you really? Oh, yes, you did last night. But you know what? Mount Everest isn't really the tallest mountain. It's the highest elevation when it reaches up to the sky. But the tallest mountain is Hawaii. Because you got to count from the bottom of the floor of the ocean to how far it extends above sea level. And that is really the highest mountain. And there is a mountain taller than Everest. But the only reason why it's taller is it's closer to the equator. And the Earth's centrifugal force makes the mountain higher up into the atmosphere. But it's not really taller than Mount Everest. It's just higher up in the atmosphere. In other words, from the base to the summit isn't as tall as Mount Everest. But the fact that it's near the equator makes it the tallest mountain. All right, let's do something else then. How about, how fast is the speed of sound? How fast does sound go? Sound. How fast does sound travel? Skeleton. There's a question for you. How fast does sound travel? Honey never spoils due to the unique chemical. Yeah, honey lasts forever. Well, I'll answer your question and you can answer mine. Honey lasts forever. You know, they found honey in the pyramids, the Egyptian pyramids that were 2,000 years old. You're right. Honey stays good forever. So you're right again. Now, what was my question? I already forgot. The speed of sound depends on the medium. Oh boy, you're good. Well, how about in air? How about in plain old air? In dry air, 343 meters a second. You're right again. He's right again, folks. You should be my teacher. And you're right. It depends on the media. How old are you? Are you 40 years old? How do you know all this? Are you a college graduate? Do you have your PhD? Your doctor's degree? Because you're a smart person. Okay. How fast is the speed of light? Okay. And in a vacuum, because you're going to give me that media thing again. Not in water, not in H2O. How fast is the speed of light in a vacuum? I'll give you a couple seconds, and if you don't know it, I'll tell you. How fast is the speed of light in a vacuum? I just learned that. Well, I'll tell you. I'll remind you. It's 100. Let me see. What's up, my friend? What are you doing? Hey, Clint. Me and Skeleton Boy are having a quiz back and forth. I can only pop in. Okay, I understand. I'm schooling Skeleton Boy anyway, and he's schooling me. We're discussing physics. So you do okay. The speed of light in a vacuum is approximately 299. You're right, meters, and about 186,000 miles per second. Okay, you're right. Clint, this kid's smart. You know, he's not. I think he's only like 15 years old, and he's talking like a college graduate. This kid, he's pretty good, man, ain't he? Skeleton Boy. He probably graduated at the top of his class. I think he has a doctor's degree or a PhD. Where you going, mister? Where you taking me? I'm looking to see where my dog's taking me. Okay. Wait a minute, son. I'm lost in my own development. Where am I? I don't know where I'm at. I got to get my bearings. Actually, I'm not. You're 15. You're 9. So this guy's even smarter. Well, you have the smarts of an adult, Skeleton. There's lots of adults that don't know the questions that I'm asking you. So I'm proud of you, man. I'm very proud of you that you know this. A 9-year-old answering physics questions. Boy, what are they feeding you kids nowadays? I didn't know that stuff till I was 50 years old. Skeleton knows it at 9. You're good, man. You're very good. Very, very good. All right, let's do some more questions. How about, what is terminal velocity? You know what terminal velocity is, Skeleton? Say you jump out of an airplane and you start falling and you hit terminal velocity. I'm not asking you how fast it is. I'll ask you that next. But no, that's different for different shapes. But terminal velocity is as fast as gravity can pull something to the earth, where it starts hitting wind resistance. And it can only go so fast. It can't go any faster. That's terminal velocity. So there you go. Now you know something else. Terminal velocity. I think if for a human being, when they jump out of an airplane, it's somewhere around 125 miles an hour. If you jump out of an airplane, you really can't fall faster than 125 miles an hour because of wind resistance and friction. And that's called terminal velocity, you smart 9-year-old. I'm not being smart neither. I'm proud of you. I think that's awesome. So, all right, let's do some more. Let's go. Let's do another one. I can't think of another one. You give me one. Oh, there's my dog taking off again. There goes my dog. My dog's on medicine again, Skeleton. I'm slightly concerned. He's got a rash on his belly, and I got to give him steroids. And steroids aren't good, but it's the only thing that'll clear up this rash. Hopefully he'll be off this medicine in a couple days. It makes him drink a lot of water. It makes him pee a lot, and that worries me. So say a prayer for my doggy, will you, Skeleton? Pray that he gets better quick, okay? Because Richard loves his doggy and he worries. Hey, did you see my That fountain I lit off tonight, check out that video I uploaded tonight. That fountain, that sucker shot up like 20 feet in the air. That was a cool fountain I made. My dog's leading me into, I don't know where my dog's leading me. Come here, mister. You're taking me off the road again, and Daddy's getting lost. Oh, he's taking me down the lake. Sorry, I was brushing my teeth. What happened? Oh, nothing. I was just talking about the video I made a firework. Some people call them fountains. Other people call them gerbs. But it's something you place on the ground and it shoots sparks up in the air. I made a real cool one tonight. And I lit it off and the sparks shot around 20 feet in the air. Check it out when you get a chance. I mixed steel filings in with the gunpowder, and it made real cool, beautiful orange sparks. It sounded like a jet engine. I taped it to a stick and let it shoot up in the air. I bet if I would have put it the other way, facing it up, there was enough force in that fountain that would have acted like a rocket. And it lasted like over 10 seconds. So if that would have shot up in the air for 10 seconds, that would have hit over 1,000 feet. But I just stuck it in the ground and went, sounded like a jet. Spark shooting up in the air. I'm going to make a bunch of them. And Richard ordered some aluminum powder, so he's going to make some bangers. The sound travels faster in water than in air. I knew that. Richard knew that. Skeleton Boy's smarter than me. I'm 64 years old. This kid's unbelievably smart. Unbelievably smart. Very good, very good, very good. How high do commercial airliners normally fly? Normally, on average, around 35,000 feet. How many feet are in a mile? There you go. You say the metric system a lot. I noticed that you use the metric system. So I only know how many feet are in a mile. I don't know how many kilometers, how many meters are in a mile. I like the metric system because everything's based on 10. The imperial system's all messed up. The metric system, everything's based on 10. There's 1,000 grams in a kilo. There's 1,000 meters in a kilometer. Everything's based on 10. That's the way it should be. Our imperial system's totally messed up. I don't know why we even learned that in school. We should have learned the metrics. And like a gallon of water, what's that? That's ridiculous. So, all right, Richard's home. 547 miles per hour at Mach something. Listen, Richard's home, skeleton. See, I'm home. I always love talking to you, though, and I love the quizzes. We go back and forth. I'm gonna learn some more facts, and I'm gonna run more facts past me, and I'm gonna run more facts past you, and we're gonna educate each other. And you're gonna teach me a lot, obviously, because you're a very smart person, and I am proud of you. Okay, Richard's gonna hang up. Listen, man, I love all you guys, everybody. Peace out, everybody. Have a great night. We'll talk soon. I'll be there.